Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, for teaching this word in truth and sincerity, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, to USA Shalom. I don't want to go into these imposters that's inhabiting our land. I went into I found a website, and it's called the SukoffHouse.com. I'll post it, in the description. But it goes into how the Rothschilds acquired the land, and the different shell companies that they used in order to do so. So you had Edmund D. Rothschild. He started the Rashawn Lee Zion Foundation, which means the first in Zion. He started that foundation in 1882. It was to acquire settlement property. Then in 1900, the JCA, the Jewish Colonization Association, along with the JNF, the Jewish National Fund, which was formed in 1891, he started the purchasing of that property. He started purchasing of those different settlement properties out there, and that came about in 1906. And through the PLDC, the Palestine Land Development Company, in 1910, also with the PICA, Palestine Jewish Colonization Association, 1924. So these are the different shell companies that Edmund D. Rothschild, developed in order to secretly purchase this land from the Sukoff family. The Sukoff family was part of that British mandate, and they were acquiring land also through the British mandate. And what they did was they pretty much sold the Rothschilds those properties that they were buying. So together those two families conspired and was buying up all that settlement property. So by the time Edmund D. Rothschild died in 1934, he had pretty much developed all these shell companies, and they had acquired I want to say it was somewhere between 34 and 54,000 acres of land. And then his son, James D. Rothschild, when he came, he took over the businesses. He took over those funds, those foundations and things of that nature. He took over those different shell companies. He purchased the rest of those properties, and it all equated to about 90,000 acres. So by the time James D. Rothschild passed away in 1957, they had already acquired the land that they needed. They allocated it to the different agricultural vineyards that they wanted to produce. So in 1948, that's when they purchased that land. So when this clown died, by 1957, his wife Dorothy took over the foundation, took over the different shell companies, and then she created her own, the Yad Hanadiv, or Hanavid, Hanavid, until she died in 1988. So Baron James D. Rothschild was the one that was around to purchase that property. He was the one that was around to purchase the land. And that's when the British mandate was coming to an end, so they had to make that purchase then. So that deal was set up between the Sukoff family and the Rothschild family, and they pretty much own majority of that land that's out there in Palestine. So underhandedly, you had these two different families that were secretly making deals and basically selling off that property to the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds and the Sukars were making secret deals, and while the Sukars was underneath that British mandate, they were secretly purchasing the property and selling it back to the Rothschilds. So this is how they came in control of that, in control of that land. So as you can see, that these are not the people that the Most High set up to have that land. Because the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, was not going to set us up to purchase the land. If you read through the history, if you go through the scriptures, they never purchased land like that. In order, like when they were conquering the lands, they were taking those lands by force. But it was through the way it was all because of the Most High set it up that way. He gave them those lands for their inheritance. So you had people that was inhabiting in those lands, so they had to go and take it. But that was all ordained by the Most High. He said it was supposed to go down like that. These people are wicked, man. These are not the children of promise. This is actually, these people are Esau, Edom, the head of Esau, which is Amalek. These are your small hats that sit there in Israel now, talking about they the people, and try to use the scriptures to justify their wicked actions, the way they lie, the way they rob, the way they steal. There's nothing righteous about these people. Actually, they the scum of the earth. They the basement of the earth. They the lowest of the earth. They are the lowest of the people, man. But the Lord set them up in this fashion so they could they had this period of time to rule, and they doing exactly what they were given, the instructions they were given to do, man. They was given the blessing of the sword, so they ruling with that sword, and they was given the fatness of the earth, and they definitely rape, rob, murder, and steal to get all the natural resources that they can out of the earth. They set up their military bases everywhere they go, and everywhere they conquer, they set up a military base, and they subdue the people, put them in poverty, and strip them of their natural resources, and then try to make them conform into their way of living. This is Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Exactly, man. The scriptures will tell you everything you need to know about these people and everything that they're going to do. Now it's all about discerning the times and just watching and seeing what they do and how they move. But the Lord already told you that was going to happen. These people have to rule for a bit, and they definitely ruling with the blessing that they were given. But the Lord gonna make all things manifest. He gonna show you everything. As you can see, more and more people are waking up to this demon, to this devil, to the wicked. That's why Job said in 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. And they definitely try to cover up the faces of the judges. They try to cover up all the faces of all the different artwork. They try to make it seem like they were the people of the Bible as far as according to the promise. They try to cover up who the real biblical Israelites are by changing the names, changing their names, changing the different lands across the world, and making it seem like they are the children underneath the Most High's wing, like He's the apple of their eye. Like these people are not it, man. And if you just, if you just backtrack a bit, find old texts, you'll figure out that these are not the people, man. Just by the way they move like snakes. This is Amos 9. I'm going to read verses 14 and 15. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh thy power. This hasn't happened yet, man. You know what I'm saying? This hasn't happened yet. This is part of that. This happens after the rest of the prophecies fulfill themselves. We still got to go through the MOTB. We still got to go through Jacob's trouble. We still got to go through WW3 and the nuclear destruction of Babylon and Israel, making Babylon an everlasting fire, a lake of fire. We still got to go through the deliverance of his elect remnant, his first fruit spirits. So this right here hasn't happened yet, man. So these people are full of shit, man. They really, you know what I'm saying, they really try to bamboozle the people, man. I'm gonna go to Job. I'm gonna read 13. I'm gonna go to Job 13, and I'm gonna read verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. So they are, you know what I'm saying, they all liars, man. All of Esau, Edom, man. They're top wicked elite. They're nothing but liars. And they're physicians of no value, which means they're masters of no value, man. They're prolific in having no value. These people are base people, man. They're base men. They're lowest of all. They're the lowest of all nations. But like scriptures say, man, like they have the opportunity to rule, man. So they were made low for a certain period of time, and then that deadly wound was healed, man. And that deadly wound being healed, they got 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? They got 1,000 years of ruling. Or after 1,000 years, they have their time to rule. Salakia. So that's who's in rulership right now, man. That's Esau, Edom. The top wicked elite, the top wicked banking families. Headed by Amalek. They're the head of the Edomites. That's Esau's grandson. So you got Esau as the so-called white man, and Amalek is his grandson, which is the head of the nation of Esau, Edom. Amalek is your small hats. Those are those funny looking people over there in the land right now that's causing all this mayhem across the world, claiming that they're the people of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Claiming that they are the children of the Most High according to his promise, according to his heritage and his inheritance that he's supposed to give to the true biblical Israelites. I'm gonna go to Habakkuk, and I'm gonna read. I'm gonna go to Habakkuk 2. I'm gonna read verse 12. Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And that's what these people do, man. Like the scriptures clearly say who these people are, man. And if you just look at how these people move, it's undeniable who these people are. even if you didn't have the secular, history, like history books and things of that nature to go into, just spiritually, you can see that these people are wicked, man. And when they talk about the devil and he being a deceiver and the wickedness of men, that's these people, man. They are the wickedest of all people. When you talk about, see now, the way the way he esteem himself and the way he hold himself in the world, he don't hold himself in the world as a base man. He holds himself, like he's on top of everything. But nah, man, the Lord said you a base man. You the lowest of all mankind out here, man. You the lowest of all nations. And you build your city with blood, on top of blood. You steal land. You steal property. You kill. You maim to take other people's property. You destroy their way of life so you can build a resort. So you can go there and, in your off seasons and things of that nature, on vacations and stuff like that, and take your family to these lands where you done destroyed the people so you could party and have a good time. These people are wicked, man, and they gotta be taken out of here, man. The Most High gonna take them off of here, man. I'm gonna read Ezekiel. I'm gonna go to Ezekiel 36. No, Ezekiel 36. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Ezekiel 36. I guess we can start at 1. The mountains of Israel to be blessed. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in a infamy, and are an infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are around about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, and despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. That's these people, man. When you look up the word Idumea, that's Esau, Edom, man. And they changed, they started calling Edom, Esau, Idumeans, and Idumea. And I believe that was in Greek captivity. If I'm correct, that was the Greek captivity where they started calling it Idumea. As you can see, Idumea, it stands for Edom, Esau, Idumean, descendants of Esau, the land of Edom, Idumea, land south and southeast of Palestine. So when you look on the map, that's like right below right below Simeon and Judah. Like if you're looking at the map, it's to the right hand side, kind of like diagonally below Judah and Simeon. But these people are not the people, man. And the Lord is telling you that these are not the people. So it is like basically tell all of Israel, man, that, you know, you're gonna be messed up for a bit, and these are the people that are gonna do it. You know? And how they gonna do it, man? They're gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna make us hated amongst all the heathen, man. All the heathen gonna talk and laugh and look at us and, you know, treat us foul, because it started off and it was all spearheaded by Esau Edom. So you're gonna have to pay for all that nonsense that you created, all the hardship, all the oppression. You have to pay for all that, man. The Lord not gonna let you just walk away scotch free with that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go into hardcore captivity for your treachery. I'm gonna go into Isaiah 11, and I'm gonna read 11 and 12. And the subheading on that is the restored remnant. Isaiah 11 and 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather them and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So that hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet. So when you look at these clowns sitting over there in the land, it's like, what the hell are you doing there? Like this is a prophecy that hasn't happened yet, because you still have prophecies before that have to play out. So this hasn't happened yet. He hasn't put us back in our land. We still in captivity. But these people are funny. They really mastered the art of lying and fairy tales and making shit up. These are not the people, man. And the funny thing is, man, they try to use the Talmud to say, that they use the Babylonian Talmud in order to detail more vividly and go into the laws. The Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. Like they say they use that wicked ass book to bring out the laws in greater detail. Like, my man, that shit that's felonious. It's nonsense. Because when you look at when you go into the laws that were given to us, you go into like Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Numbers. When you look at all those laws, different laws, statutes, and commandments that were given, even throughout, throughout the whole book, because the book is a book of precepts, which is the law. So the whole book is the laws of the Lord, his statutes and his commandments. So you don't need to go into no other book to detail what they are saying, man. They kind of explain, they're kind of self-explanatory, man. Until once you get into like the dark sayings, like you need proper breakdowns. But when you're looking at the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, that you don't need to go any further to break that down, man. It's like it's kind of self-explanatory, man. You need to what law? I'm saying, like, why you need to go into the Talmud to tell you not to steal, or to go into greater detail, or not to steal, or not to commit adultery. against, you know what I'm saying, against the Lord. You know, all sorts of laws, they're not complicated to understand. So in order to say you need to go into that wicked ass book, plus the Lord tell you not to deal with none of that nonsense anyway. But when you say you got to go into that book to break down the laws, this is how I know you full of cocky, man. You full of that stuff that come out of mule's backside, man. Like, you guys are not the people, man. And the funny thing is, everybody's starting to see you for who you are, man. You're slime. Even your own people see that you slime. Yo, when Esau hates Esau, man, you got Edomites over here talking about they're not the people, and they, you know what I'm saying, they scum buckets. And then you got Amalek over there talking about Esau over here is they like the white, so-called white man over here is Esau, and that, you know, yo, when Esau hates Esau, man, these people are divided, man. This nation ain't gonna stand, man. These people are not gonna stand, man. They're gonna fall, man. The Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gonna take these people right the hell out, man. He's gonna take them out, man, because they have division amongst themselves, man. They can't see eye to eye. So, you know, these people, they work like the greatest witchcraft, man, on the planet, because they had the people subdued for a long time, man, mentally. Let me see. I'm gonna go into Zephaniah 3. I'm gonna read verse 20. Once again, the subheaded to that one is a remnant of Israel. So, like, here's the funny thing is, when you go into chat, and if you don't word it properly, you know, you'll be going back and forth with chat, and chat will just be lying his ass off, you know, and they'll try to justify, like, say that remnant is actually there right now. It's like, man, things have to happen before a remnant be saved and be put back into that land. But it's all because these people, they don't abide in the New Testament. They don't believe in the New Testament. They don't even believe Yahweh Shai was the Son of the Most High. You know, and they believe that when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming back as a man. Like, Yahweh Shai clearly says he's coming back. He's not coming back as a man. He's coming back as a celestial power. So these people are really wicked, man, and they're confused. They're delusional. And I just can't wait for the day the Most High starts, you know what I'm saying, really plucking these people down, like plucking them down, man. Like, literally pluck them in the back of their head, and you see their head just like fucking explode. You know, like, when that day comes, man, when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai comes back, and, you know, and set things right, man, that's gonna be a horrifyingly beautiful, sweet day, man. It's gonna be terrifying, but at the same time, man, it's gonna be sweet, because you know that day is come, and we going home, man. One way or another, we going home. So this is Zephaniah 3:20. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith Yahweh. Listen, these people are not the praise of all nations. Not one bit. Not one bit. It actually is the reverse. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody like these people. The only people that like them is themselves and coon ass motherfuckers. It could be, you know what I'm saying, like, you could be a Swarthy coon, or you could be an Edomite coon, man. Like, the only people that actually dig these people are themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or people that they got paid off. These are the only people that look at them with any type of reverence and praise. Get the fuck out of here, man. Salakia for my, you know what I'm saying, my French. But, man, these people are full of shit. You know
You know what I mean? And the more and more you go deeper into that rabbit hole of digging these people out, you know what I'm saying? Like plucking them out as far as like their nonsense and their lies and their deceit. You know what I'm saying? It's just evident, man. It makes you like you just get frustrated. You get kind of like you get flustered, I would say, because you just want to tell the whole you just want to get on the loud horn and like a bullhorn and be like, man, you ain't the people. You fronting, you lying. But you know, all things in due time, man. All things in due time. You just gotta be patient. That's all. But these people are wicked, man. These are not the people at all. By no means. By no means are these the people. Another one, Jeremiah 30. And I'm going to go to 3. Jeremiah 30 and 3. Jeremiah 30 and 3. For lo, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith Yahweh, and I will cause them to return to the land that I have given to their fathers, and they shall possess it. Something that hasn't happened yet, man. We've been kicked out of our land. We were scattered amongst all nations. So we haven't been brought back to that land yet. But according to them small hats, you know what I'm saying, like they have. Oh, the Most High said we can go back to the... Nah, man. That's a lie. Because it's not scriptural. Like, you use the scriptures to discern time, you know. Use the scriptures to see what time we dealing with, according to prophecy. And it's not time for us to be in that land yet. So this is how you... This is just another fact, just another way through the scriptures that's showing you that these people are fraudulent, bullshit liars. Starting with your top banking family. They the most wickedest. Matter of fact, let me see. I'll stay in Jeremiah. I'll go to Jeremiah 16. I'll read 14 and 15. Power will restore them. That's the subtitle to it. Therefore, Salakia, Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So if you're looking at, you know what I'm saying, when you look at that, this is the land of Egypt right here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the land of Babylon. These are all those nations rolled up in all those different kingdoms that ruled. Babylon is like America is all these different nations all balled up into one. You know what I'm saying? Because they live like you got the silliness of Jake. You got the silliness of our people that claim they Egyptologists and all this other shit, all this other nonsense. They follow behind a Hamite tradition, customs and things of that nature. They dealing with a heathen custom, and then on top of that, you got the wicked bankers, the wicked elite that use those Egyptian rituals and different symbolism and witchcraft from Egypt to conduct their business and put a stronghold on the people here. So they use Babylonian witchcraft. They use Egyptian witchcraft in this place. So like this is, you know what I'm saying, spiritually this is Egypt, man. This is Sodom and Egypt, man. So this hasn't happened yet, man. Verse Jeremiah 16 and 15. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I have gave unto their fathers. We still in captivity. We still scattered. You know, So we haven't been put back in our land yet. You know, things to come, man. Up out of the land of the north, you know. North America, North Babylon. It just hasn't happened yet, man. So like, it's like when you look at it spiritually and scripturally, man, it's just like you just see these people for being scumbags, man. They're the wickedest of the wicked, man. Out of all the heathens, they're the most wickedest, man. And you just can't wait for the day that the Lord come and take them out, man. I'm gonna go to the book of Joel. I'm gonna go to Joel 3. I'm gonna read verses 2 through 4. The nations will be judged. Matter of fact, I'll start at 1. For behold, Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Come on, man. That's telling you right there, these not the people that's over there, man. That right there tells you these not the people over there. So when the time of like judgment hasn't happened, man, like in that day, when Yahweh Shemi Hawashah comes back and he puts us back in our, you know what I'm saying, put us back in that land, he's gonna make it known who his people are. And who are liars, you know, wicked, evil, deceivers that, you know, pretty much sold the world a fairy tale. And then when he said, when you look up the word, let's look that up. When you look up the word plead, it means to judge, man. He gonna place judgment on these people, man. He gonna place judgment on the nations, man. First, let's look into Jehoshaphat real quick. You know, Yahweh has judged. That's Jehoshaphat. That's Jerusalem. So, son of King Asa, and himself, king of Judah, for 25 years, one of the best, the most poised and prosperous king of Judah. We'll go into the symbolical name. So a symbolical name of a valley near Jerusalem, which is the place of ultimate judgment. Maybe the deep ravine which separates Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives, through which the Kidron flowed. That's the Kidron river. So that's the valley near Jerusalem. That's Jehoshaphat. Compared to, okay, we can go back, and when you go into the word plead, you go into the word of judgment, to judge. To judge, govern, vindicate, punish. To act as lawgiver or judge or govern of power or man. To rule
govern, judge, to decide controversy, to execute judgment, discriminating, vindicating, condemning, and punishing. Come on, man. So this hasn't happened yet, man. This hasn't happened yet, man. Verse 3. This is Joel verses this is Joel 3:3. And they shall cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and a solid and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? So, when you look into Tyre and Zidon, that's like today that would be like, Palestinians, Syrians, and Israelis. When you look at who's inhabiting that land at the moment, so this is still something that hasn't happened yet, man. Like, the Lord gonna tear these people up, man. They're gonna tear Esau up, man. I believe they call Lebanese too. That little area. If I'm correct, they call them Lebanese. Is Lebanese people, and that's a mixture of Palestinians, Syrians, and Israelis. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. So Tyre or Tyrus equals a rock, the Phoenician city on the Mediterranean coast. You might even have Hamites over there too. Zidon, hunting, ancient Phoenician city on the Mediterranean coast north of Tyre. In the sense of catching fish, fishery. Sidon, the name of a son of Canaan, and of a place in Palestine, Sidon or Zidon. So at one point, I believe Hamites was over there. When you talk about Canaan, you're talking about Hamites. But when I had looked this up a while back, and the people that's in Tyre now are that's the coast of the Phoenician city on the coast of the Mediterranean, which is along the coast of Palestine. You have Palestinians, Syrians, and Israelis. And I believe they make up that Lebanese people. Oh, 144. Call Halayim Law Allah Hayana Rabana wa Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shana Bashem Rakahat Dash. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end it with Psalms 106. I'm gonna go to verse 47 and 48. Psalms 106:47. Save us, O Yahweh, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto the holy name, and to triumph in thy praise.
Listen, man, you got people that still don't know the name of the Most High. They still calling upon pagans. You know, our people still calling upon that JC character. You know, a Edomite savior. Come on, man. That's not even how he's described in the book. So how can you call upon the Most High if you don't know his name, man? That's the first, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the first things you come in, like one of the first things you learn when you come in here. After you read it and you kind of understand what's going on, man, you fear the Lord. That's the beginning of it. That's the beginning of knowledge. That's the beginning of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It's fear the Lord. And then from there, man, if that spirit on you, man, you're gonna seek his name. You're gonna seek his face forevermore. You know?
Just like scriptures say.
So if you don't know his name, man, how you gonna call upon his name, man? If you don't know his name, if you don't know his true name, if you don't do the diligence, if you don't take the time, if you don't consider, go into the Hebrew to figure out his name, man.
I'm gonna read that again, man. Psalm 106:47. Save us, O Yahweh, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise. Verse 48. Blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, from everlasting to everlasting. And to tell all the people, say Amen. Praise ye Yahweh.
I hope this was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahak Radash, Abad Babor.